Okay, so before we start this, I ask you to do this at home. E to the power of j pi over 2n. Have you tried? هنحاول نطلع شيء. في محاولة? Okay. So then this is, as we say, that is equal to e to the power of j pi over 2 to the power of n. And we know that e to the power of j pi over 2 is equal to j to the power of n. Okay, how to write this one? Then it is equal to n equal to 0. Then when n equal to 0, so we have j to the power of 0, which is equal to 1. N equal to 1. Then j to 1, which is equal to j. N equal to 2. J square equal to -1. And n equal to 3. Then it is j cube, and j cube equal to -j. طيب, what's about 4? j to 4 كم? j to 4 it is equal to 1, because it is -1 multiplied by -1, so it's equal to 1. J to 5, j5 equal to j4 multiplied by j, which is equal to j. And j6 equal to j4 multiplied by j squared, so then it is j squared, which is -1. So then here, if it is equal to 4, then this is 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. Okay. What's about j minus 1? J minus 1, it is equal to 1 over j, which is equal to minus j. And minus j, it means that it is here. See the difference between each two. It is equal to 4, so then it is 0, 4, 8. Similarly, we have here -4, -8, and so on. And j to the power of -1, as we say that it is equal to minus j, so then it is -1 here. Again, different 4, 7 are the 3 to 7, 4, 7 to 11, 4, then -1 to 3, 4, so -1, -5, and so on. Okay, فالفرق دائما 4. So then here we have -2, -6, and so on. And this one, it is -3, -7, and so on. So then this is complete answer. Also, you can write it as in terms of k. If we say that this is k, k equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So for this one, we can put it as 4 multiplied by k. And that we have -1, -2, it's all integers. So it is 4k. So then when k equal to 1, so then we have 4. It's 2, then it is 8, and so on. Okay, this one, it is 4k plus 1. The 4k plus 1. And this is 4k plus 2. The 4k plus 3. So k equal to 0. Okay, so k equal to 0. So then this is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is 1j minus 1 and minus j. واضح؟ أي سؤال هنا؟ Any question؟
واضح دكتور.
Okay. طيب. Let me take another example. بس نكمل. طيب. That evaluate this root 3. Oops. Root 3 e to the power of j30 to e to the power of j pi over 3. Okay, this is it's very easy and straightforward. We don't have any variable here, so then you can use your calculator to find it. بسهولة جدا. So then it is equal to root 3 angle 30 degrees plus 2 angle pi over 3 to 60 degrees. And you can solve it. If you don't want to use your calculator, so then directly it is equal to real part, it is root 3 cosine 30 plus 2 cosine 60. So this is real part plus j root 3 sine 30 plus 2 sine 60. Okay, هذه pi over 3, it is equal to 60 degrees. So then from here, cosine 30 equal to root 3 over 2. Okay, so then this is root 3 multiplied by root 3 over 2. And cosine 60 equal to half, so it's plus 1. So then it is 3 over 2 plus 1, so 5 over 2 plus j. Sine 30, it is equal to half, so then it is root 3 over 2 plus sine 60 sine 60, again it is equal to sine, it is half, so this is root 3 over 2, so then plus root 3. Okay, just you need to add these two together. Okay. So sometimes we ask only for a magnitude. So suppose we have another example. So let me say that I have 5 e to the power of j 4 Okay, what is the magnitude of this one? نبي نوجد الماgnitude. And I want to find the phase or angle. كم الماgnitude كم الphase. Okay, remember that polar form, it is r e to the power of j theta. So whatever we have in the front of e to the power of j is a magnitude. And whatever we have with a j here, it is angle. So we have to put it in this form, in Euler form. Okay, فهذه e to the power of 4 plus j7. It is not a pure j, so we have to put it in this form. So then I can write it as 5 multiplied by e to the power of 4 multiplied by e to the power of j7. شو اللي قلنا الحين؟ Whatever we have in the front of e to the power of j is the magnitude. So all this is the magnitude. So magnitude equal to e5 e to the power of 4. Okay, whatever we have here with a j, we call it angle or phase, so then it is 7. Okay, so 7 what? Meridian. Okay, so 7 radian. واضح أي سؤال before we move to a new topic. ايش فيكم راكدين اليوم؟ ما حد ما في ريسبونس؟
وياك دكتور.
اوكي
وياك.
اي سؤال في الكومبلكس؟
واضح دكتور.
تمام. اوكي أنا نبدأ النيو توبيك. Here I want to find some relation and some angles, which is very important and useful, and we need it actually for other topics, and especially when we calculate period of the signal, and when we also talk about Fourier series, so we need many identities. If I ask you one question, what is integration of cosine square theta d theta, okay, between 0 and 1? And what is integration of cosine 2 theta multiplied by cosine 4 theta d theta? هذه كم؟ واحد يقول لي how to solve it. ما في جواب.
كوساين سكوير ايكوال نص هاف بين قوسين 1 بلس كوساين 2 ثيتا.
Okay, can we solve it directly? Is it possible? No, because we need this one, this formula. Okay, so we need some identity here, okay, to remove cosine square. If we have a sine multiplied by sine, then it is solvable. But here we need to find an equivalent of cosine square. In other words, we need to linearize this one, then we can solve it. Similarly, this one. So here we have cosine 2 theta multiplied by cosine 4 theta. Okay, so different angles. So إذا كان نفس الشيء, this is 2 and this is 2, then again it is we will get something same as this. But cosine multiplied by cosine, different angles, or cosine multiplied by sine, or sine multiplied by sine, again we need identity. هذه بعد كأنه we have يعني it is not linear. We need to linearize this one, then we can solve it. Okay, another question. What is the difference between this integration and this one? شو الفرق بين الاثنين؟
اللي على اليسار بليمت واللي على اليمين بدون ليمت.
اي شنو نسميهم وشنو يطلع لي؟
هو بيطلع لك رقم في النهاية اللي فيه ليمت اللي على اليسار.
Okay. And this one?
بيطلع دالة ما بيطلع رقم.
Okay. So this is we call it definite integral. So then this is equivalent to area under the curve. بيطلع لي رقم numerical number. Okay. While this one it is indefinite, so we get a function. Okay. طبعا function plus constant. الشاهد, we need many identities to linearize these. This is one one application, but we have a lots of application on this. طيب, خلينا نشوف one by one. It is not new, so you are familiar with all these. Okay, العلاقة اللي هي الفيثاغورس هذه. If this is A, this is B, and this is C. So we know that C square equal to A square plus B square. This is fair things. Second, there is always relation between the site also, between B and A, between A and B, between C and B, between B and C, between AC and CA. ولكن instead of saying A divided by C, A divided by B, we name it as put it in terms of this angle. So we say that A sine theta, which is equal to B divided by C. Okay, فبدل ما أقول B divided by C, so the ratio equal to this one, no, we use it as an angle. So sine theta is equal to B over C, and cosine theta is equal to A over C, and tan theta it is equal to B over C. Okay, what is the opposite of sine, which is C over B? Opposite of this one is C over B. And هذه C over
كان بيكون B over A.
نعم. B over A, yes.
التان.
Yeah, yes, A. Okay. What is C over B? Opposite of sine. شنو عكسها؟ نعم.
Cosec. Second.
Okay, what is opposite of cosine?
Secant.
And opposite of tan?
Cotan.
Okay. Well, it is enough for any angle. If you know sine and cosine, then the rest you can calculate it directly. مجرد أنت تعرف الساين والكوساين معناته opposite of sine it is cosecant, opposite of cosine it is sec, and tan theta. Okay, by knowing sine and cosine, it is equal to sine theta divided by cosine theta. So if you divide this 2, so C cancel with C, so left with B divided by A, which is this, so it is tan theta. And opposite of tan, it's directly it is equal to cos. كفاية انك تعرف sine and cosine. Okay, بعض الأحيان for shortcut we have some angles يعني زين you remember it. 0 angles. What is sine of 0? بدون calculator. And cosine 0. كم الساين؟
0
cosine
90
1. Okay, so as we said that knowing sine and cosine, so directly you can find cosecant, which is equal to 1 over 0. And 1 over 0, check. Infinity. And opposite of cosine, sec, which is equal to 1. And sine divided by cosine, which is 0 divided by 1, which is tan 0, it's equal to 0. And cot it is equal to 1 divided by 0, which is infinity. Okay, 90 degrees. What is sine 90?
1
What is cosine 90?
0
Okay, لاحظ الآتي. Sine 0 وهذه cosine 90. And cosine 0 sine 90. And this is 90 degrees. So if this is theta, then this one will be equal to 90 minus theta. معناته whatever you have, sine for this one, it is equal to cosine of this. The sine of theta is equal to B divided by C. Okay, and cosine 90 minus theta is equal to B over C. So sine theta, it is equal to cosine, نكتبها هذه. Sine in general equal to cosine 90 minus theta. And cosine theta, it is equal to sine 90 minus theta. وهذه واضحة هني، واضحة جدا. طيب. What's about 30 degrees? What is sine 30?
نص دكتور.
Okay, and cosine? root 3 over 2. Okay, نفس الطريقة. So then this is 60. Sine 60 and cosine 60. 60 and 30 it is يعني مكمل حق بعض. Okay, so addition of this to equal to 90. So whatever we have here, we have it here. So then cosine 60 equal to half. Whatever we have here, we have it on the sine, so it is root 3 over 2. Okay, another important is 45 degrees. So sine 45, okay, equal to cosine 45, which is equal to 1 over root 2 or root 2 over 2. And tan it is equal to 1. سهلين وممكن واحد يعني يعرفهم وبدون ما يستخدم الكالكوليتر you can find answer easily. طيب. As we said that this is important, لكن we have another's also important for us. Sine theta plus 90 cosine sine here first, sine theta minus 90 and sine plus 180 and sine minus theta. Similarly, I need cosine theta plus 90, cosine theta minus 90, and cosine theta plus 180, and cosine minus theta. يلا واحد يقول لي what is sine theta plus 90? حد يتذكر؟
كوساين ثيتا.
cosine theta and نشوف what's about sine theta minus 90.
كوساين ثيتا اللي فوق غلط.
نعم
كوساين ثيتا بتكون
بعد cosine theta خلينا نشوف.
دكتور اللي فوق غلط والثانية ماينس كوساين ثيتا.
اوكي واللي فوق شنو؟
اللي فوق ما أدري الصراحة.
اوكي what's about sine theta plus 180? minus sine. What's about sine minus theta?
minus sine.
بعد minus sine. Okay, لا تأخذون هذين كلهم. So let we complete it and I فيهم خطأ. Okay. What's about cosine theta plus 90?
minus ساين ثيتا.
minus sine.
دكتور ساين ثيتا في الربع الأول نزيد عليها 90 مثلا ونحسب في أي ربع بتصير.
خلينا نشوف بس بعطوني الإجابات وبعدين بقول لكم الطريقة. What is cosine theta minus 90?
ساين ثيتا.
Sine theta. What is cosine theta plus 180?
minus
كوساين ثيتا.
And what is cosine minus theta?
cosine theta.
Okay, let me see if all these correct or not. But put in your mind sine theta plus 360, 2 pi, it is equal to sine theta, okay? 360 معناته it's retained back to 0. Similarly for cosine. 360, 270, so in general, sine or cosine theta plus 2 pi multiplied by n always equal to sine or cosine theta. 360, 720, and so on, it is always equal to 0. Okay, but what's about these? خلينا نشوف how to find it actually. لاحظ هنا. So this is my angle theta. We know that here all positive. Here only sine positive. Here tan positive. Here cosine positive. طيب هذا الشيء الأول اللي بدك تعرفه. الشيء الثاني إن plus 0, so then it will be again sine. Okay, sine will be sine. Cosine will be cosine. هذه 0. Similarly, for 180. Okay, so here again we have plus 0. So then sine it will be sine بغض النظر الإشارة. Okay, sine will be sine, cosine will be cosine. So plus 180, sine will be sine, cosine will be cosine. So same thing. If we have minus 180, again sine will be sine, cosine will be cosine. But plus 90, sine will going to change to cosine. Okay, sine بتصير cosine, and cosine will be sine. Cosine بتصير sine. Okay, فهذه الشيئين. الشيء الثالث, how to find it. Sine theta plus 90. So if this is my theta, هذه theta, then plus theta plus 90 will be here. I become right angle. From here to here, I become right angle. And we know that the theta plus 90 will be here. And here, sine will be positive. فهذه بتكون positive. Yes. So cosine theta is equal to sine theta plus 90. So positive, huh? واضح؟
دكتور ما فهمت الكوساين.
نعم؟
ما فهمت شلون صارت كوساين.
شلون صارت كوساين؟
إيه.
قلنا احنا الحين توني قاعد اقول اذا ساين ثيتا بلس 0 بتصير ساين على طول. اوكي؟ اما ساين ثيتا بلس او ماينس 90 بتصير كوساين بغض النظر عن الاشاره. اوكي؟ ثيتا بلس ماينس 180 بتصير ساين بغض النظر عن الاشاره. الحين اول شيء احنا عرفنا ان الساين لان بلس 90 بتصير كوساين. اوكي, هل positive or negative? So this is theta. So theta plus 90 will be here. Okay, وهني الساين positive, so then it is plus cosine theta. Okay, sine theta minus 90. إذا هذه theta minus 90, then it will be here. بتكون هني. So this is 90 degrees. Okay, but here sine is negative. Okay, صارت cosine but with a negative. Okay, فلا تنسى هذه. لما وصلنا هني الساين already is positive here. But here a sign is negative, so then this is minus. Okay, plus or minus 180. If this is my theta, then plus 180 will be here. هذه من هني لهني 180 positive, or from here to here it is minus 180. So I will be on third coordinate, and here sine will be negative, so then it is minus sine. Plus 180 بتبقى sine. Okay, minus theta, again it is sine. So minus theta, if this is theta, then minus theta will be here. And sine in this in fourth coordinate will be negative. هذه positive, this is negative, negative, negative. Similarly for cosine. Okay, cosine theta plus 90 is changed to sine, and it will be here in second. In second, and it بتكون positive. Sorry, in second cosine will be negative, so then it is minus sine theta. Cosine theta minus 90, it will be here. And in fourth coordinate, cosine is positive, so then it's a plus sign. Because it is plus 90, it's changed to sine theta, and it will be positive here. Okay, plus 180 minus 180 will be here, third coordinate, and cosine is always negative here, so then it is minus cosine. And cosine minus theta will be here, and this is fourth coordinate, so then it is cosine is positive, so then this is positive. واضح? Any question here? طيب.
يا دكتور
نعم.
تقدر تسوي زوم اوت عشان ناخذ سكرين شوت؟
اوكي.
تمام دكتور.
حلو. طيب. قل لي sin square theta plus cosine square theta equal to what? معروف هذه. 1. طيب. شنو sin 2 theta equal to what؟ حد يتذكر؟
نص كوساين 2 ثيتا.
لا.
2 cosine 2 sin theta cosine theta.
Yes. Okay. What's about cosine 2 theta?
تو كوساين ثيتا ساين ثيتا.
لا.
Cosine square minus sine square.
Yes. Cosine square theta minus sine square theta. Okay, هذه 1. لكن you can do this. Sine, so then it is equal to also cosine square theta minus sine square. From here, it is equal to 1 minus cosine square theta. So then it is equal to 2 cosine square theta minus 1. Okay, similarly, you can write it معناته ان sine 2 theta, cosine 2 theta, it is also equal to 2 cosine square theta minus 1. Also, you can write it in terms of sine. So cosine square, it is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, هذه cosine, this one, minus sine square theta. So then it is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So third one, it is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Okay, لاحظ هذه الحين. So cosine 2 theta, cosine 2 theta. From the second one, cosine 2 theta equal to 2 cosine square theta minus 1. Then I can write here cosine square theta equal to, take this one to the left hand side and divide it by 2. So then it is equal to half 1 plus cosine 2 theta. Similarly, from here, sine square theta equal to, take this one to the left hand side and bring this one to the right hand side, then it is equal to 1 minus cosine 2 theta divided by 2, sorry. So it is half 1 minus cosine 2 theta. وهذه اللي قاعدين نسميها we linearize sine and cosine. So if you have same as يعني في example integration of sine square theta d theta, then you have to replace this one, okay, with half multiplied by 1 minus cosine 2 theta. هذه linear. Then integration of half, it is straightforward, is equal to half theta. And integration of cosine 2 theta, again straightforward, it's equal to sine 2 theta divided by 2. فبهذه الطريقة أنا حليت إشكالية الساين سكوير. طيب. Tell me this one. What is sine x plus y equal to what? هل أتذكر؟ ما في؟
Sin x cosine y plus cosine x sin.
Sine x cosine y plus cosine x sine y. طيب. Similarly, if you have sine x minus y, then it is equal to sine x cosine y minus cosine x sine y. Okay, من هذين, if you add these two together, okay, then this term cancel with this term. So here we have 2 sine cosine, okay, equal to addition of this 2. So then sine x cosine y equal to addition of this 2 divided by 2, because here we have 2 sine x cosine y. So then it is equal to half sine x minus y plus sine x plus y. فاللي سويت أنا جمعتها الاثنين. So then from here we have 2 sine x cosine y, and from here we have addition of this 2. So then sine x cosine y, it is equal to half multiplied by addition. وهذه بيحل لي another problem. If I have integration of sine x multiplied by cosine y, okay, then هذه non-linear. So to linearize it, we need to use this properties. So then sine x cosine y, so it is equal to half sine x plus y plus sine x x minus y. Okay, نفس القبيل. What's about cosine? Cosine x plus y equal to what? أتذكر cosine x cosine y minus sine x sine y. Similarly, cosine x minus y is equal to cosine x cosine y plus sine x sine y. منها هذه, again, if we add these two together, هذه cancel, then we have from here 2 cosine, and we have here we have summation of this 2. So then cosine x cosine y equal to half cosine x minus y plus cosine x plus y. Okay, if you subtract 2 from 1, okay, or 1 from 2 بيكون أحسن, 1 from 2, then this cancel with this one, and here we have 2 sine x sine y equal to subtraction of this 2. So then sine x sine y equal to half cosine x minus y minus cosine x plus y. وهذه بعد بيحلي problem that if I have integration, for example, sine multiplied by sine, so then you need to use this property. Cosine multiplied by cosine, then you need to use this property. واضح؟
دكتور عندي سؤال.
نعم.
لما تحولها انت تقول لنا نسوي لها linearize، وش تقصد يعني بlinearize؟
linearized على بندش في الديفينيشن شنو اللينير، لكن هني ما عندي ساين سكوير، ما عندي ساين كيوب، ما عندي I have sine, only sine to the power of 1 as a function. يعني لو ما أقول sine as a function x of t كلها أخذها ك1 equivalent, I name it, then it is equal to y of t مثلا. Okay, while this one sine square x of t, then I have to put it as y square of t. فهذه linear مالت الواي وهذه لا non linear بتكون. احنا نبيها بهذه الصورة لأن الانتجration is very easy for this one, it is just minus cosine. While this one we need to linearize it to have something similar to this, so then we can integrate it. واضح؟ في النهاية لو سمعت إن we linearize مو معناته نسويها linear، ولكن إن نخليه الpower it's equal to 1 here. ولكن there is a definition for linear system مثلا، لأن نوصل لها إن شاء الله بنتكلم عنها.
شكرا.
تمام؟ Okay, example. Okay, I want to find integration of 50 cosine t cosine dt. Okay, equal to what? هذه عندي cosine to different angle. لو كان نفس الانجل then it is easy, but we have different angle. So then we need to use this properties. So this one. So then it is equal to half. So 50 divided by 2, so it is 25. And 25 you can take it outside. It's constant. Cosine x minus y, so subtraction of this 2. So then it is cosine 4 minus 6 minus 2. But we know that cosine minus theta equal to cosine theta. So then cosine 2 pi t plus cosine x plus y, so 4 plus 6, which is equal to 10 pi t dt. الحين صارت سهل. It is very easy to find integration, so that it is equal to 25 integration of cosine is sine 2 pi t. Okay, but it is with respect to t, so then whatever you have in the front of t, so it is divided by this one, divided by 2 pi. So here we have 1 over 2 pi. Similarly, this one, it is equal to sine 10 pi t, okay, and divided by 10 pi. بس إذا تبي تختصرها more, so then you can take 10 pi common here, so 25 over 10 pi as a common. So here we have 5 sine 2 pi t plus sine 10 pi t. اوكي، هذه بتصير 5 وهذه بتصير 2. That's all. أي سؤال؟ طبعا as we said that this is indefinite integral, so always here we have plus constant وطلعت لي function. Okay, you can
25 على 20 والله اللي هو هني قبل القوس 25 على 25
على 10 كانت 25 over 10.
اوكي
دكتور وش الخطوة الثانية؟ بس ما انتبهت ليه.
هذه
اللي فوق. ايه.
هاي اللي استخدمت البروبرتي لأن عندي كوساين multiplied by كوساين. استخدمت هذا القانون. Cosine multiplied by cosine equal to half cosine subtraction plus cosine addition. جمعهم وطرحهم. واضح؟
واضح. الباي متغير لا دكتور مو ثابت.
نعم؟
الباي متغير لا؟
الباي متغير لا، الباي كونستانت، التي اللي هي المتغيرة. It is with respect to t هيكو وليس with respect to pi.
ايه بس يعني حسبت الواي فوق.
ما فهمتك.
يعني اعتبرت الباي نفس الواي اللي فوق.
لا، الباي هي معروفة 3.174 اللي هي باي إذا بتحسبها كزاوية equivalent to 180 degrees. هي constant مو variable، التي هي الفاريبل. فلذلك احنا لين نسوي integration of this one, so we divide it by constant. الكونستانت الموجودة in front of الفاريبل، فهذه constant with respect to t. هذه constant with respect to t, so then it is divided by 2 pi وهني divided by 10 pi. واضح؟ نعم، قل. عندك شيء؟ اوكي. Okay, you try same as this one, but put, for example, from 0 to 1. Okay, with respect to dt. أحل مرة ثانية هذه ولكن it is from 0 to 1. Okay, فكل اللي تحتاج from here it is 0 to 1, so find the value at 1 and find the value at 0. So يعني حلها and solve also integration from 0 to 1 of 50 cosine square 4 pi t dt. هذه لازم نستخدم لها البروبرتي وين اللي كتبناها this one. طيب, any questions so far?
كلير.
تمام. طيب, هذه على الأقل الواحد لازم يعرف يرسمها مرة واحدة. ساين ثيتا. Okay. So sine theta, طبعا if we say that it is a sine theta, so then a is amplitude. So here it's equal to a in general, and this is minus a. طيب, sine theta, this theta in degree at 0 it is equal to 0. At 90 it is equal to 1, sine 90 equal to 1, so then this is 90 degrees. At 180 it is equal to 0 again, so this is 180. 270 it is equal to minus 1, so this is 270. Here it is 360. Okay. See, different 90 degrees معناته هني بيكون 450. So here will be equal to 540 and so on. If I ask you to draw it, but with angle in radian, we know that pi equal to 180 degrees. So then pi over 2, it is equal to 90 degrees. So then the difference from here to here, it is equal to pi over 2. So then if this is 0, then this one will be equal to pi over 2. This is pi. This is 3 pi over 2. This is 2 pi. And here it is equal to 5 pi over 2. This is 3 pi and so on. طيب, هذه theta, I can write it as A sine omega t. So then theta equal to omega t. So whether you name it as theta or you draw it with omega t, it's the same meaning. نفس المعنى. ما يتغير شيء. واضح؟ إذا قلت لك كود draw مثلا أو plot A sine omega t, it is same as A sine theta. ما في أي تغيير. Okay. If I ask you to draw this one, A sine 314t with respect to t, not with omega t. معناته إن هني بيصير t. So which means that I divide everything by omega. Divide by omega, so then this one will be equal to t. طيب. All this angle in radian, you need to divide it by omega. فمعناته pi over 2 divided by omega. So pi over 2 divided by omega. We say that omega here, I assume that omega equal to 314. So if you calculate this one, هذه كم بتصير؟ واحد عندك calculator أو 3.14 divided by 314. Yeah, it is 0.005 second. So it is equal to 5 milliseconds. So T in milliseconds here. Okay, so then this one will be equal to 5. Then this is 10 seconds. Okay, this is 15 seconds. This one, it is 20 seconds. This is 25, 30. Okay, the one full period we call it 1T. And we know that قلت لكم أنا في البداية that we have a frequency, and the frequency equal to 1 over T. So T equal to 20 milliseconds, so 1 over 20, 10 to the power of minus 3. So it is equal to 50 hertz.
دكتور قاعد تكتب؟
نعم.
لأن الشغل ما يبين عندنا إنك قاعد تكتب، ما أدري إذا
شنو شي يبين عندك الحين؟
يعني الشاشة واقفة شي ما قاعد تكتب ولا شيء. يعني على ساين ويف بس إن آخر شيء كتبته 30 25 شي. ما أدري الطلاب كل من يبين عليهم شي أو لا.
ما أدري الجماعة شلون شي تشوفون. نعم؟
نفس الشيء.
نفس الحال.
ما تشوفون تي والاف هذا؟
الحين اوكي.
الحين طلع الحين.
هو الحين.
طيب. أعطوني كم من دقيقة بكمل بس البارت عشان if you add sine with a sine, okay, أنا نقول ناخذ numerical example directly. 3 cosine omega t minus 4 sine omega t. Adding this to هذه sine ولكن shifted. خلنا نقول هني بعد عن الكوساين. So this is sine. طبعا الساين بعد عندي بيكمل هني. What is the difference between sine and cosine here?
Phase shift.
بس shift 90 degrees. تذكرون من ساعة قاعدين نقول sine theta plus 90 equal to cosine theta. فصار فيها shift 90 degrees. So instead of starting at 0, okay, it's going to start at minus 90. احنا اتفقنا هذه البلس معناته shift to the left. So then we will have something like this. بشير علينا اليوم. Okay, it's going to start from here. But as waveform, it is exactly the same. نفس الشيء، ولكن ال starting point at 0 it is equal to maximum, at 90 it is equal to 0. فهذه الكوساين وهذه الساين. طيب if you add sine to sine, cosine to cosine, cosine to sine, then always with the same frequency, معناته the same frequency, the same omega. We know that from circuit 1 that omega equal to 2 pi f. So if I say that same frequency, it means that it is same omega. Omega equal to 2 pi over t. معناته it is same period, okay, same t. إذا الاثنين بالضبط نفس الشيء, which means that here 314, here 314. If I say that this is 50, this is 50, then I will get exactly sine wave. فحصل from this, I will get sine wave. اتفقنا الساين والكوساين نفس الشيء. Okay, except it is 90 degrees. So you can write it as sine or cosine, but different amplitude. And there is a phase shift here as well. Okay, with the same frequency, so omega t plus. We need to find this one and this one. حد يعرف هالقانون هنا؟ Okay. طيب أنا أحط number and you try it at home. Oops. أصل القيان اليوم هذا. Okay. So try to find this 314T and here 314T. نرسمها هذه. And second one, try this one, 3 cosine 314T minus 4 sine 6 to 80. Okay, try to find the result or plot this one and plot this one. شوفوا شو الفرق، شو اللي يعطيكم. I'm going to stop here. Any question?
بس دكتور صغر الشاشة شوي. اوكي دكتور.
اوكي حاولوا في ذلين تحلونهم.
تمام دكتور.
أي سؤال؟ No? طيب. That's all for today. نشوفكم على خير يوم الأربعاء إن شاء الله. السلام عليكم.